Good morning, everyone. Starting off the day with my Pilates, ticked off. Look how beautiful this weather is. I set my mat up in the living room because I really wanted to be in the sunshine, and I actually did my Pilates with the door open, which was so lovely. Although my poor little plant pot smashed off last night, so I need to get out and clean that up and repot my lavender. But how beautiful is the weather this morning? So gorgeous. It's so chilly but super sunny, so I'm very happy. I also just had my first food shop delivery of the year, and we are sticking with the nourishing, healthy, yummy meals. So I thought I would show you what I picked up to give you some inspo, some ideas. I love seeing people's food shop. I always get so many ideas for meals, so I thought it could be useful. So what have we got? I've got loads of different vegetables. Cavolo nero, we love. I always include this in loads of different meals. Butternut squash to roast. I usually have that for my lunches. Carrots, I've got loads of carrots actually. Stir fry, I've got some teriyaki sesame sauce. I really do want to improve my cooking this year and get better at making things from scratch so that I don't buy packets anymore, but definitely need to work on that. Some salad, some broccoli, cucumber, avocados. I love this rice. We always have this with rice bowls. I do kind of like chicken and rice. Chicken satay is one of my favorite meals to make, and I do make that from scratch. So we've got a big tub of peanut butter for that, just because we eat it so much. And then we've got some chicken breast in here, some tender stem broccoli. I've got a cut of steak for Jack, and I've got a sweet potato, which I also tend to have for lunch, like a jacket sweet potato with tuna. Frozen edamame beans, which go in my risotto. And I've also got some frozen prawns, because when I buy fresh prawns, I never eat them in time. So I thought I would get some frozen ones, and then I can add these into stir fries and things like that. I got a couple of these little flatbreads because we're going to have a bit of a kind of Mediterranean style dinner with some chicken flatbreads and salad and bits like that. These bagels I always have for breakfast. They are so delicious. Thin bagels, pre-sliced, loads of seeds. They are delicious. I sometimes have them with eggs or avocado or just with butter. I've got some cooked chicken, just so it's ready and easy, and I can add this into loads of different things for lunches. Some grapes. I've got a couple of soups here as well, another good lunch or dinner option. These are my favourite, these Renourished ones. I love that they've got a screw cap, because sometimes I only have half of it, and then I don't use the rest, and they just end up going off so quick, so the screw cap is really handy. Pea, leek, watercress, and then also tomato and basil. I will probably have this with like a grilled cheese sandwich or something with it. Then I've also got a sriracha mayo, because I always make my own kind of sweet chili mayo, but I saw this on the website and I thought, you know what, that is going to be amazing, because I always have rice bowls with prawns and salmon and things like that, so definitely going to be using that. And finally, these drinks are a bit of an obsession of mine. I absolutely love them. Purdy's grape and apple with ginseng, and I'm trying to reduce the amount of Diet Coke I drink because it is so bad for you. So I've already got some sparkling water kind of flavoured, and then I've also got these, because sometimes I just fancy something with a bit of flavour, a bit fizzy, but I don't want anything really unhealthy. And this is pretty good. It's also got loads of vitamins in. It's caffeine free, but it's a natural energy drink, so a really nice option. It is Thursday today, so a bit of a random day for a food shop, but we've been eating leftovers this week and I didn't really need to buy anything. I wanted to use up everything we had, so this is going to last us a good week or so. Also, I forgot to mention, I picked up this pie to have on Sunday. Instead of having a roast, I thought I would get a really easy, quick dinner that's really tasty, really comforting, and really yummy. So we're going to have this probably with some mash, some gravy, some carrots, broccoli, cavolo nero, Just a really nice, yummy, hearty meal for a Sunday, because our Sunday this week is going to be quite busy, I think, with jobs because the weather's looking quite good. So yeah, just a really easy chuck in the oven kind of dinner. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday today. I just cannot believe we've already had kind of a full week back to normality. It's gone so quickly. I cannot believe it, but I've had a very good morning. I have been filming some Instagram content, some reels, some outfits, and I feel like I've been stuck in a bit of a rut in terms of what to wear. I think it's just because I have spent the last week or so during the holiday season wearing leggings, jumpers, my shuffle gilet, and that's about it. I haven't really ventured into my wardrobe much. So when it comes to kind of like styling inspo, I've been a bit stuck, but I have just spent a good few hours this morning going through my wardrobe. I've been pinning some outfits on Pinterest, getting some ideas, getting back to grips with the style that I love and the outfits that I really enjoy wearing, and just putting together some looks to give you guys some ideas for January, because I feel like when it gets to this time of year, a lot of people start talking about spring. Don't get me wrong, I love spring so much, but it definitely feels a little bit too early to be talking about spring just yet. We're still in winter, we still need to be warm, it's still freezing, it's rainy, it's a little bit miserable. So yeah, I want to give you some realistic outfit ideas. So if you are looking for outfit inspiration, definitely head over to my Instagram because there's a lot of looks coming. And this outfit I'm wearing right now is actually one of them that I have just filmed, and things like this are my go-to everyday outfits, whether I'm going out, I'm at home. I just find them so easy. These trousers are Lily Silk, and actually my jumper is also Lily Silk. This is a cashmere black polo neck jumper, so soft, so snuggly, really warm, and yeah, just a pair of wide leg, I mean you can't really see them, but a wide leg pair of kind of check suit trousers, really comfortable, but I also feel put together and smart. And I've actually just popped a belt on just to keep these trousers up, and of course I've got my slippers on because I'm at home and it's freezing. But the reason I've just picked up my camera is because I am going to do a little bit of a house reset, because I literally haven't touched the house this week. I haven't done any tidying up, there's washing everywhere. I need to really start sorting out some bits from Christmas and getting things organised. But I also am going to do a bit of styling up, because I am going back to the guest room and giving that the final zhuzh, just so it's completely finished. And I've come up with a couple of design ideas that I really love, which I'm going to show you later on. I've been making some mood boards and kind of like some visual ideas of how the room's going to come together, so I'm going to show you that. I'm going to have a little bit of a rejig. I just want to start sorting some bits out in the house that I've been looking at over Christmas and been itching to do. So the first thing I am going to tackle is the dining room area. I find this area so difficult to style up. It's really, really dark in here. This room is in the middle of the house, so it doesn't get much natural light. The only natural light comes from the office and through the kitchen, so there's really not a lot of light. And I think, to be honest, once we change this ceiling light, which hopefully we will be ordering this weekend, it will definitely feel brighter, because right now there's only one bulb in here, and I mean, I can put it on and you'll see it's not exactly that bright, and it just doesn't really give off a nice light. It's very shadowy, it's really harsh. And I did actually attempt to put a mini lampshade on here, because I was thinking potentially I could do that over Christmas, but I don't love it. I just don't think I'm ever gonna like this light. I really don't like it. So this is going to be changed, and I think then it will feel brighter, but I just want to add a couple more light elements into here. So my thought process is to have a nice little side table along here, which Jack is actually going to make one in the spring. So I'm going to use something temporarily for now, get a nice lamp on here. I think I'm going to pop this artwork above and then have a picture light above that. just to add another element of light. And then I need to think about this fireplace because it just looks so unfinished and it just looks a bit sad, and I'm not sure what to do. Me and Jack have been discussing maybe tiling it and then kind of putting in some logs just temporarily, just to give it a bit of something. I've been looking at some ideas on Pinterest, and yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I have added in my massive William Wood mirror to here, because one thing I've really noticed since living in this house is I have barely taken any mirror pictures of my outfits, and I've been really lacking a space that I can show you my outfits in full. If you've watched my vlogs for a long time, you will know that we had this in our apartment and I used it so much. Every time I went out, I would always show you my outfits here in this mirror, and this has just been kind of discarded upstairs. So I'm very happy that it's kind of back and I can use it, and it's going to be a really functional mirror. And we don't have a mirror downstairs, so I think it's going to be really useful. My thought process is to get a side table behind, some artwork, a lamp. I can then light up this space a little bit. It's much more of a visually pleasing area than a practical one, just because we don't need this side of the house. Another thing that I really want to do, which is probably a little bit more practical, is sort out these cupboards, because currently they are basically a house for spiders, and I get so scared every time I open this cupboard. But yeah, you can see it's just full of really random things. We've still got a box of our old Skybox and just loads of random BT stuff. Jack's Xbox is actually still in there because he's played it once. Just loads of random kind of storage stuff, but as you can see, the colour of the wall is still the same as what it was when we moved in. So I really want to give the inside of these cupboards a bit of a zhuzh up, give them a paint, freshen them up, maybe even get some lighting, some strip lighting inside, because I would like these to house a lot of my dining stuff, maybe some glassware, maybe even alcohol, spare alcohol that we have, because it's such great storage and we're just not using it. So that is another one of my plans. And then again, I would like to just get some more lighting. So I don't know whether I'm going to get some mini rechargeable lamps. I know Pookie Lights do some gorgeous ones, just to really bring this area to life, basically. So I'm going to bring down a table from upstairs, and I thought we could style it together. This table is actually new, and I already have one of these, so you might recognise it. The one in my dressing room, my vanity table, is this exact table from Amazon. Amazing price, and actually I think it looks really beautiful. But the one in my dressing room I actually painted, so this one I just wanted to keep as the wood because I really love this wood colour, and the handles are gorgeous, this really lovely antique brass finish. Now I bought this to go in the guest room because the desk that was in there originally is now in my office. So I needed another kind of vanity table, and this will live in the guest room, but for the time being, while we're kind of decorating the guest room, I thought I would bring this down here and we can use it as a side table before Jack makes me a new one, because I really want to have a rustic wooden table here like my herb table, which is now in the kitchen. So long story short, this table is from Amazon. And yeah, I think this is just going to work really nicely. Yeah, I think I'm going to put my artwork above the wall just to give this a little bit of something. I mean, I do really like having the artwork above the fireplace, but I do feel like this is going to be much better up here and just kind of create a much nicer area and just add a little bit more life into this corner, because it does feel really sad, especially after we've taken the Christmas tree out. So I'm going to find a lamp and we can style up. This lamp is actually from my dressing room, but I'm thinking of buying a couple more of these because I absolutely love it. The size of it, the way it looks, it's so beautiful. It is a Ralph Lauren home lamp, but I got it via HomeSense. And I think it was around £100, $99.99 maybe. And yeah, I just think it's beautiful. For the cost, I think it's incredible. I think this is going to work so perfectly in here. Now what I am going to do is see if I've got another bulb to go in here, because we use Philips Hue bulbs and we have them all connected up to an app, which makes it so easy. So you can literally just click a button and all the lights come on. So I'm going to see if we've got any. We honestly have so many bulbs, but no Philips Hue ones that will fit into this lamp because it's a screw. So I have got this one, but I think it's going to be way too orange, so I'm going to have to order some more, I think. But let's see how that looks. Oh, would help if I turned the plug on. Yeah, very, very orange, but not the end of the world and not too bad just for a temporary fix. The one that was in there already was so cold, it was horrible. So I think that will be fine for now. So this is how it is currently looking. Now I actually did get a couple of little trinket bits and bobs for Christmas. So in the office, I've got them all in here. Jack got me 2 of these gorgeous antique brass candlestick holders from the Cotswold Company. And I also got from Jack a couple of little tea light holders, which are so beautiful. So I'm gonna incorporate these into my styling segment. And another little styling thing, which, oh my gosh, these are adorable. My brother's girlfriend got me some little mini flower frogs, and I already have one of these, but it's really big. So this is going to be so perfect for mini dishes, bud vases, and I've got 2. So, oh, I'm really excited for spring to start decorating with these. And if you don't know what this is, you basically stick a flower stem into these spikes. It doesn't harm the flower. It still lasts for a really long time. It just allows it to stay up. So I'm really excited about that. And this is the finished result. I am so happy with it. I feel like it has just done everything that I really wanted it to do for this space. It feels so much cozier. So as I said, table is from Amazon, lamp is from HomeSense. This artwork I got from Station Mill Antiques when we went to the Cotswold back in November. I just loved this. The reason I got this is because I feel like it encapsulates our house and also Jack's family home so well. They used to have chickens for years and years, so yeah, I feel like we've got little areas of each of our houses in here. It looks kind of similar to our house with the gate, and oh, I just really love it. I love the colours, it's so beautiful. And then in terms of styling bits, I've just kind of pulled some random things. I've got my Cotswold Company candlestick holder that Jack got me for Christmas. I love this finish. This is actually a big inspiration for our new bathroom design in the ensuite, which I will tell you about in the next vlog probably. Little candlestick. I've got some magazines here. These are House and Garden. I always buy these, so I have so many of them. So I like to use them as little display sections. And then I have this rattan planter, which if you watched my Cotswold vlog, you will know I picked up a few of these. This is from Dalesford, and I'm planning to plant some really nice kind of pre-spring winter bulbs and just add some greenery. So may potentially do that in the next week or at some point, but I will obviously vlog it with you. And yeah, that is how it's looking, and I'm so happy with it. I feel like it's just added so much life to this area and I love it. I'm really pleased. So I'm gonna grab my laptop because I want to show you my current mood boards and plans for the guest room and chat to you a little bit about that. I'm hoping you can see this, but I always use Canva for all of my mood boards, and this is one I've created for the guest room. So very much inspired by Ralph Lauren Home. I'm currently obsessed with the style of kind of like the very classic, elegant, traditional elements to the room. So obviously you guys will know we've got the half wall of paneling, which we did last year, which is painted, and we love that. But Jack was never happy with the colour. I really love the colour of it, and I would love to keep it because I think it just works really nicely, but he wants something a little bit lighter. So I'm going to get some paint samples. We're going to see. I would really like to keep it, so potentially we will just keep it and then see how it is after that. But what I really want to do, which was always in my plans, was to wallpaper the rest of the room. So we still need to put in our coving. Now, I'm unsure whether to paint the coving white, the same as the ceiling, which I think looks really seamless, but I also really love how it looks when a room is kind of got that dipped paint effect when everything is painted. So I'm kind of on the fence, but this wallpaper is absolutely beautiful. I've zoomed into it here so you can see. It's a herringbone linen kind of textured wallpaper. I just think it's stunning. It adds such a nice element to the room, really nice texture, but it's still quite neutral, so it's not really in your face. So I am going to wallpaper basically the whole room, so all the way along the top of the room basically. This is from Homebase. I'm going to show you the wallpaper here. This is what it is. £35 a roll, which I think is so good considering the one that I bought for the powder room was £100 a roll. This is amazing. So yeah, I think this is going to look absolutely stunning. Just to add a really nice bit of texture. And then we've obviously got our bed, which I bought from Dunelm, which unfortunately is sold out, which is such a shame because it was such a great price. I think it was about £300 and it's so beautiful. I actually bought some new bedside tables, which I just got from Amazon. They are exactly like this, but they're white. So my plan is to paint them, potentially the same colour as I painted the vanity in my dressing room, that really lovely bronze colour from the Paint and Paper library, just to add a little bit of richness to the room. And I've ordered these lights, which I cannot remember the name of the company of the lights, but I'll leave it down below. They're gorgeous. They're really big, kind of cement base with a linen lampshade. And then ceiling light, I'm still a bit unsure, but I've been looking on Next Home and they have some beautiful ones, which I'll show you in a second. So I'm thinking something like this that will just sit quite snug to the ceiling, but be a really nice impactful light with a brushed antique brass, clear glass. I love that ribbed glass. I think it's gorgeous. And then if you are familiar with the videos, you might know that we have a very annoying section on this part of the wall. It's basically a cupboard, but it doesn't have a door on the cupboard, and it's a very deep, it goes back so far. It's got a rail and a shelf, but you know, it's the guest room. We have a lot of storage in our house and we don't really need it. So at the minute, I've just got some random bits and bobs in there, but they definitely don't need to be in there. So I've been thinking of so many ways. I've had a carpenter in, actually 2 carpenters in to give me some ideas. And it's so difficult because I can't get a door on the cupboard just because the radiator sits so close to where the hinges would go. So the options are we either box in the cupboard completely or we cover it. So I don't really want to box it in just because I think in the future we might use that room for something else and that might be a useful space to have. Who knows? I don't want to just completely get rid of it, but I do want to cover it up. So I've got a curtain there at the moment and I just hate it. It looks so rubbish. It looks really weird, completely out of place. And then I had a thought, if I covered it up, what would I cover it with that was really big? A mirror. So this mirror is from William Wood Mirrors. I absolutely adore their mirrors. They are beautiful. They are so big. Great prices as well. I already have one from there that I showed you earlier. So this one is kind of like an oak, cementy kind of colour. Love these lines. I think it just works so nicely in this space. And that will sit kind of behind the bedside table, but there will definitely be enough room to use it as a full-length mirror, which is also great because we don't have any space for a full-length mirror in that room. And that is pretty much my plans. And if you want to know how I make these, it is so easy. All I do is go into Canva, I open up a new document. So for example, I will show you how I inserted this lamp. So I add in a screenshot of the lamp from the website. I go to edit photo and then remove background, And there we go. Super, super easy. Now, I used to use Photoshop and InDesign and Illustrator and all of those quite technical platforms. And I used to use them for uni, and I would still use them to just make little mood boards like this, and it would take hours. So this is so much easier and such a life changer, especially when you're designing rooms, because it allows you to really see it. And if I scroll down, you can see I've done so many mood boards from before we moved in. I made all of these probably in February last year, and we moved in May. So yeah, lots and lots of inspo and ideas, and it's just really nice and really fun to do. So yeah, that is my guest room plans. Good morning, everyone. It is a brand new day, and it is Saturday today. I have been up, Pilates done, I've been outside, and I've got myself ready, semi-ready, because if you recognise these trousers, you have been here for a while. And today I am tackling some house jobs. I'm getting started on my January monthly goals, and I'm going to start ticking some bits off. So we are going to start in the dressing room. I want to finish that last panel that needs to be sanded down, painted, and then we are also going to do the coving in the dressing room hopefully tomorrow. I also think I'm going to make a start on the cupboards in the dining room that I showed you yesterday. So lots of kind of odd jobs this weekend. Very excited about it. Jack has headed to work this morning to a job, so he shouldn't be too long. I think he's going to come back with his brother, and they are going to be working on setting up the cameras outside the house. So we're all working on some jobs today, and it feels good. I feel in a great mood. I had a great sleep. Last night I made, Jack actually said it's one of his new favourite dinners, and I basically got these flatbreads from Waitrose, and you put them in the oven, you sprinkle a little bit of water on them, and I made a chicken Caesar salad with chicken, normal salad, Caesar dressing, some crispy bacon and some parmesan in a big bowl. And then we had chicken Caesar salad with the flatbreads, and oh my god, it was so delicious. And he said it was his new favourite dinner, so that is a plus. But yeah, we had a really nice evening. We went to bed quite early, had a good sleep, and I'm ready and raring to go. So I need to go into the barn and get a dust sheet, the sander. I don't know if I'm going to use the electric sander, or I might just do it by hand. I think it's easier doing it by hand. Just because our electric sander is, it's just not that good, and it's really chaotic. And I need to get the primer and the paint. So I want to get all of that done. Hopefully it won't take me too long. I don't think it will. Also, on the topic of interiors, I saw a TikTok from Studio McGee, who I absolutely love. She is an interior designer. Her company name is Studio McGee, and I love her style. I love every project she does. She's been a favourite of mine for years now, and she posted a TikTok about 2024 trends, and she said that she's kind of coined this term of an aesthetic, and honestly, I finally think I found what my aesthetic is, and it's quite funny. So the aesthetic is English grandpa country club aesthetic, and she said it's kind of a mix of Ralph Lauren, the Princess Diana, kind of like that old English, a mix of antiques, a mix of kind of more mid-century modern, traditional. That is me. I am the English grandpa country club aesthetic. That is what I love. I just think it's so chic, it's so warming, it's so cozy, and I feel like it goes with our house so well. Because we have quite an old house and we have a lot of original features like beams and the red tiling on the floors and red brick on the exterior, I feel like it is quite a traditional English kind of house. But that style resonates with me so much, and I really love it. So yeah, I feel like, you know when you read something or you hear something and you think, oh my god, yes, that is me. Now I feel like I just completely understand what my style is, and I am an English grandpa country club aesthetic. And I'm not mad about it. So anyway, I'm gonna head in the barn. This lighting is crazy. It's such a beautiful morning, it's so sunny. So I feel very motivated. The dressing room is going to have sun for a good few hours. So I'm gonna get the windows open and get cracking. Afternoon. It has been a very good Saturday. I actually haven't vlogged anything I've been up to because I've just been cracking on. The boys have been in and out, the doors have been open, it's been freezing, there's been drilling, so I just thought I'd get on with it. But I finished the panel in the dressing room, so that's now done. Nothing too exciting really, it's more just kind of odd jobs that I needed to tick off. But I have started on the cupboards and I have managed to paint. I mean, it doesn't look great, I think, just because the inside of the cupboard isn't that nice anyway. I hate this carpet down here. I really wish I got my brother to continue the floor into here, but not the end of the world. You're not going to see it anyway. So I've just given this a couple of coats of white paint, hoovered it all out, cleaned it. So that's now done. Oh, I've done that the wrong way around. I've also given this a little bit of a touch up. It's hard to see because of the shadows, and yeah, again, doesn't look great, but better than nothing. And then this cupboard, I actually had a nightmare because I hoovered it out, and when I tell you a spider literally was millimeters from my face, my scream was so loud. I think Jack thought I was dying, but I've hoovered it all. And I haven't painted it yet because I need to sand it properly. All the paint's peeling off and I need to properly get on with it, but I'm gonna leave that for another day. And I've just been doing some bits in the garden and I thought I would show you how our spring shoots are doing, because I am so impressed and so happy. You know what? Because I'm very new to gardening and planting and things like that, especially bulbs. So I wasn't really sure how it was going to go, but we have so many shoots coming up and I'm absolutely over the moon. So I've just quickly got changed. I put a couple of layers on. I've got a bodysuit from Zara. I absolutely love these actually. It's a little bit see-through, but they're really good for warmth, long sleeved. Azalula leggings, and then this lovely cable knit from H&M, which I've been wearing so much over winter. Really nice and warm. So I'm gonna get my shoes on and head out and show you what's been going on. But honestly, it is a hot mess everywhere. I made it so lovely yesterday, and now we've got tools, Christmas decorations that need to go up in the loft. This is just like chaos. So yeah, the boys are very busy. So this is how the shoots are looking. I can't believe it, there's so many of them. They're kind of all in a little line around here, little bunches. Very pleased about that. And then we also have a couple of little ones dotted in certain places. We've got some more here. So yeah, very excited for spring to see how these look and what comes up, because I don't know if some of these were already in here or they're ones that we've planted.